Welcome to another edition of Chilling with Zone and Company. I'm your boy Zone, and today, as of right now, we have Thad and we have John. And for those who aren't tracking, if you guys are watching Thad on streaming stuff, just to let you know, don't be alarmed. He didn't get hacked. He, in fact, has changed his gaming handle from Slimmest One Gaming to Eno Ego. That's where you can find him on Twitch, I believe Instagram, maybe Twitter. But he can always tell you a little bit better whenever he gets his information out there.
Definitely had to change the name though, especially with us, with the new dropping a rematch coming out.
Nah, really, what sparked his need of changing the name? Let's take it down the rabbit hole. For those who don't know, my boy Thad here, he has his Xbox gamer tag is called Thaddy Daddy, and I will never address him as Thaddy Daddy while we are playing the game. It's Thad. Period. Everybody else hops in the party and we play with random like Thaddy, and then some other people are like, "Hey, Daddy." And it's weird. It's like, yo, especially when it's coming from a guy. And even when guys hop in the party, sometimes they're always looking at his name and like, yo, how do I address this motherfucker? Because they don't want to say Daddy or Thaddy. So they're like, what do I say? And he's always like Slim or Thad, But we were playing this game Rematch. It just came out. If you guys have not played Rematch, it's like, what is it? Like Blue Lock on crack for the most part?
It's not because you know what, they did drop Blue Lock Rivals game on Roblox, so you can't even say it's like Blue Lock.
Oh, really?
But basically, yeah, it's weird. You would have to classify it as fucking Mario Strikers mixed with Rocket League.
Either way,
that's what it. FIFA Street type shit.
This game is fun. Street. Me and Thad have been grinding. Yeah. Mind you, we're stuck in bronze because they don't have a proper ranking system. So we normally get stuck with people who typically aren't good. No offense for the ones out there listening who do play, but there's a lot who aren't really good at the game. They grieve.
Intentionally doing shit.
They don't pass. Crazy. They ball hog. They treat it like Rocket League or a 2K game.
Intentionally scoring in your own goal is fucking insane, bro. I'm sorry.
Facts.
I'm not. This bullshit.
So we were playing and we came across this kid. And now, mind you, when we're gaming, we don't discriminate on who we game with. If you're good at gaming, you're good at gaming. It doesn't matter if you're female, woman, kid, dog, mouse, alien. You got one left nipple, missing the arm, blue, black, purple, green. It don't matter to us. As long as you're cool and you're having fun, we're cool. We're having fun because we're chill. We're chill people. But this 11-year-old kid saw Thaddeus' name on there and instantly went with Daddy. And
I'm like, yo, dude, just call me Slim. Just call me Thad. Just call me Slim. And homie. No, yo, I did not. It was like,
you brought it on yourself.
I did.
You did. I told you this would happen to you one day, and you're like, nah, I don't think it's gonna happen. Sure enough.
I'm like, not a dude. A dude is not gonna sit over there and intentionally call me daddy unless you just you got some sugar in your tank. Listen, if that's what you on, that's what you on. But dude, no. I don't expect any man to just like, yeah, daddy. Dude, what are we talking about? So especially if you ask me, you stuttering on the name in the first place. So I'm like, yo, just call me Slim. You agreed that Slim is a name that you have the knowledge of being able to say for sure. And then you turn around and be like, you know what? Fuck it. Yo, daddy, pass the ball, daddy. Why, like, bro. Time out.
Give it to me, Daddy.
Why you so
I'm here. I'm open.
Yeah, Daddy, give it to me. Give it to me, Daddy. Bro. Time out. Why you stop it? Go in the corner. You on time out.
Now, mind you,
get out.
This kid is 11 years old. So at first I was
somebody needs to come find out why you're calling another man daddy online, because you're actively saying it with bravado. Stop it.
Facts. And that was like, I don't have any kids, so it feels weird a kid calling me daddy. And at first I was like, yo, the kid probably just like, thinking to myself, he's doing it harmlessly. But after I started listening to how he was emphasizing daddy saying it, I was like, oh, he's definitely trolling the situation right now.
And he heard, I could tell that he knew I was like, audibly, I was like, bro, stop. Please don't do that. I'm very much uncomfortable. And he's just like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to triple down on it now. Let me triple down. Yeah, daddy, pass me. Yeah, daddy, give it to me, daddy. Whoa, bro, stop. Stop. Just call me Slim.
But no, look, you forgot the one unspoken rule about the internet. There's like zero filters. You have to expect like the most weirdest thing. Like you put your name out there because you want to see someone you murking somebody so much, and you see the name killed by Saddy Daddy. Like that makes him even more upset, you know.
Yeah, it was initially a troll, but then it got flipped on me. Like
it got flipped on you, all right? Yes, it did.
Shut up, Zell. Yeah, that was not
definitely got flipped on you.
Did John jump in Dune with you at all?
No, not yet. I'm not on Dune at the moment. I'm recording a podcast. And for those who don't know, Dune Awakening is out on PC. It's been out, I think, about like a month. It's a fire game. To me, in my opinion, I think it's like a mixture of Star Citizen, Starfield, but you don't leave any planet. You stay on the planet, but you're farming for the most part, and then the survivability of the game and how the server stays on 24/7 is like a DayZ. It's a great game. Oh, and Remnant too, because you get classes and abilities, which I'd definitely say if you play the game, have fun, play with some friends, enjoy yourself.
It's made by the same people who made the game Conan Exile. It's the same creators. Yeah.
Oh, even better. But now the moment you have been waiting for, Thad, Magda.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, so please tell me.
We were going in the car, right? And she was so confident in herself, like very, very confident. Oh, and before I forget, I do realize there was a moment where the podcast kind of like, cut a little bit of what they were saying, but I got it back up and running. So if you missed out a little bit, apologies. That's about the best you're gonna get from me. But anyways, so we're in the car and we were driving, and I had nowhere. She was like, yeah, someone told me that this year Halloween's gonna fall on Friday the 13th.
What?
I sat there quietly, and I was like, because I was listening to an audiobook when she said it, so I was like, maybe I didn't hear this right. Let me mute my book in my ear real quick. What was that? Yo. I said Halloween's gonna fall on Friday the 13th, and as words left my mouth, it dawned on her that what she said was not a actual thing to happen, because she was like, oh, this is going to be so cool, and first time in history Halloween's going to be on Friday the 13th. And I'm like, how is that possible? Can you explain that to me?
Yeah.
Wait, she was like, she sat there.
I was like, Trump's changing everything, huh?
I was like, how is Halloween? That's on the 30th, 31st? No, how is that falling on Friday the 13th? Like, those are two different days.
God,
I was like, you had a total blonde moment. And I was like, I am telling everybody this, everybody and their mama. That's why Elena was laughing so hard. It was like, when you hear it, you understand. It's like, yo, there's no way you can mistake that. How is that possible? That's not physically possible. Not in this universe, anyway.
Halloween's going to fall on Friday the 13th. All right.
Yep.
Like, yeah, the first time in history is gonna fall on Friday the 13th.
I will never forget that. Like it was The Office.
You should have said you should have went with it and be like, oh yeah, and New Year's is starting the 17th.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, when she said that to me, I was like, okay. I was just completely lost. Strike through.
You know you're wrong, right? Like you know you're wrong, right?
Yeah, I mean, she knew she was wrong after I re-emphasized what she said, and she actually listened to it. I don't think it dawned on her while she was speaking. And I know her mind, she's probably gonna say, "Well, I'm from Europe. It's a language barrier." Nah, that's not the language barrier.
That's a number. I don't think that's the same. You are just
that is not the language barrier.
All the way wrong, lady.
There's no excuse for your error.
Oh man.
Sometimes you gotta
that's insane.
But
humor it a little bit.
I normally don't talk about like political stuff. I don't really think it's political, really. But lately I've been seeing these feeds on like Instagram and whatnot, and I don't respond to them all the time. Like every now and then I respond to some of them here and there after watching them and like looking at all the facts and scenarios. But there was this one video that I saw. And of course someone wrote on it and said it was fake. But this guy had a store. He has a clothing store, whatever it is, shoe store. And these guys walked in with like, I guess what they call them, shiesty mask, whatever.
Whatever,
yeah, whatever those are. And the cops pulled up to the store and was like, "Yo, we got a call saying there was someone being robbed here. Yeah, you guys were robbed." As kids are walking out with these masks going in groceries, or not grocery, but their clothes, their items that they bought. And the owner was like, "I'm the owner, right? I don't know who called you, but no one's got robbed here. They just bought everything they walked out the store with. Like, no one's been robbed here. You have any identification on you? How do I know you're the owner? Because you walked up to me and asked me, and I told you I'm the owner." And I was like, "Well, how do we know you didn't get robbed?" Then we got a phone call about someone being robbed. And he's like, "Because the phone call was about me, and I'm telling you, I didn't get robbed." And the cop got mad. He was like, "All right, fine, fuck yourself, go get robbed." And I was like, "Wait." And I wrote in the comment, I'm like, "Wait, you show up, you ask the owner for ID, and he's like, well, what's the ID going to show you? Like, you know, I'm the owner, you know, how it's going to verify, you looking at my ID is going to tell you that I'm the owner. We have ways to find that out." Well, then go look up the ways to find out who the owner is and tell me what the name, and I'll confirm at that point, you know? But to tell the guy who, quote unquote, got the call, said he was being robbed, is telling you he did not get robbed, and you say, "How we know that?" Because he's telling you he didn't get robbed. What the fuck? Are you cops or not?
I got robbed. Do you not think it would be some kind of indication that
I was looking for action?
Yeah, and then they went outside the store.
Somebody.
They went out the store. They congregated around his storefront. And he was like, "Yo, can y'all leave my property now?" He's like, "We're just trying to make sure you didn't get robbed. I'm telling you, I'm the owner, and I didn't get robbed." So I was like, "Yo, I don't know if this video is fake, but I'm like, how do we know the cops? How do you know you didn't get robbed? Owner, because I'm telling you I didn't get robbed. Bystander watching it, looking like he's telling you he didn't get robbed. Case solved. End of the day. Go home. Go about your day. But now you're dragging us out. Like, from an outside perspective, I'm like, if he's telling you he didn't get robbed, that should be it. And you should just drop it. Don't push it because now you want to identify him because he potentially got robbed after he's telling you he did not get robbed."
Imagine them fighting, and there's one guy who looks potentially like someone that could be a suspect. They would have probably shot him.
That. But I've seen this a lot lately. Like, I've been watching a lot of videos, and like I've been seeing it a lot. So there's always these. Chilly. I saw this one with Walmart. This guy was walking out to Walmart with another guy with them. He was talking. I don't know if they were actually friends or not. They were having a conversation. They were walking out the store together. Cops pulled up and was like, "Yo, stop." One guy had his bag, receipt in his hand. He stopped. The other dude took off running. "Oh, go get your buddy." "How you know that's my buddy?" "Because you're sitting there in a conversation. Are you not able to talk to strangers by walking and passing?" Like, I don't know about you, but if I'm walking in the store and someone stops to talk to me, I'm going to have a conversation with them. If I'm feeling inclined to talk to them, I don't have to personally know the person to have a conversation with them. You can just spark a conversation with everybody. And the guy was like, "Well, how do I know that you're not a criminal like him?" It's like, "Because I have a receipt here that says I bought everything. I don't understand what the problem is." "Well, go call your buddy back." "I don't personally know him. He ran. I was just talking to him because he started a conversation with me. He took off. I came back. I don't know who he is." It's like, how do we know that? Because I'm telling you. But at the same time, it's like, okay, cool. You don't want to take our word for anything. So can we use that same philosophy? Like if you pull us over and we're like, yo, we want to supervise here, I don't trust you, right? Because you could be a crooked cop. I'm not a crooked cop. Well, how do I know that? There's a lot of crooked police officers at the police department. How do I know you're not one of them? Because I told you. Oh, it's funny how that works, because I tell you I'm not doing something. How do you know that? Because I told you it doesn't work. Well, now that logic is the same, doesn't work for me. You told me you're not a crooked cop. That shit don't work for me no more. I need proof now at this point. If you're going to do that, I'm going to do it right back to you guys. And I feel like that's something that needs to be done. And people are doing it back to them. And the craziest thing, they get so fucking pissed off when it happens. And I'm like, why? Why are you getting pissed off when someone flips the script on you and uses your same verbiage against you? Like, okay, you're walk with them, so you're associate, so you're automatically guilty by association. Well, if that's the case, if you're guilty by association, does that make all cops guilty by association if they work in a police department where there's crooked cops at? Then they're guilty by association. Am I right or am I wrong? If that's the logic they like to use, then if you work in a police department where there's crooked cops and they're doing illegal stuff and you work with them every day, then you're guilty too by association.
It's called being consistent with pretty much if you have an ideology or something that you're gonna do, you have to be consistent, which most people aren't.
Oh, they're definitely not.
So,
but it was like one of the funniest things I've seen, and I'm like, and every time I see it, I'm like, huh. I was like, and even like you know, kicking the dead horse or whatever you want to call it. The thing that's talked about a lot heavily right now is the minimum wage or the tipping epidemic, where, you know, the tipping culture is ridiculous, out of pocket. And when you look at the tipping culture and people are like, you need to tip these people because they can't make a living. Why are you attacking people who are probably barely making a living themselves, who are trying to just eat something out because they want to cook, and you're pushing them about tipping? How about we start pressuring and putting the pressure on the owners who own these establishments? Because if minimum wage is $15, $17, whatever it is in that state an hour, and they are a waitress or a waiter, they're not getting the minimum wage. Their minimum wage is like $2, $3, and they're expected to live off of that in their tips. But if they're not getting tips, they're not making any money. And we're the only country, believe it or not, that depend on tips, because other countries, they pay their employees minimum wage. Like a TGI Fridays here pays whatever the waitress wages here for waitress, and they expect them to go on tips. But if you go to Europe, a TGI Fridays there pays a minimum wage, and then they still have the option to get tips. So if they can do it out of the country, why can't we do it here? And actually, in out of the country, if you go to tip outside the country, it's almost considered rude sometimes, because they make enough money where they don't need your tips. Tipping is like meant to be a gesture, something to do. Huh?
Or pride.
Yeah.
Like Japan, it's like disrespectful to tip. But I've also understood when messing with some of these Japanese people that they said they don't. Some of them are not against it, but it's just like it's like saying were you just trying to say that I'm not doing my job well enough? I need extra support. Like, that's how some of them take it. Some of them like the money, but yeah, it's sometimes it's a pride thing.
Cause I think I saw a video a while back. It was like this this guy at the store in a restaurant. The guy, I guess he ordered something. He was walking out, and I guess they got mad. And it was like, you didn't tip him. He's like, I ordered something that was $20. I left the change. You didn't leave a tip. How am I supposed to pay them? You pay them by actually paying them a proper wage. Don't make them depend on the tip. Like, that's how you pay them. Like, as a business owner, as a restaurant owner, you should strive to pay your employees the proper wage like everybody else. Don't take the shortcut and say, since they're not enforcing us to pay minimum wage, we're just going to keep them at $2.50 or $3.50 and make them survive on tips. As they can, like, I was raised on a waitress freaking salary, whatnot, for my grandma growing up. So I understand, you know, when you're a waitress or a waiter and you're living on those tips, I understand it. It's a struggle. But you also have waiters or waiters who are horrible. And you have ones that are good. And the ones that are good sometimes, yes, they can do everything they want because they're worried about trying to get a tip. They're focused on a tip. But let's say they're having a bad day. Their service is not going to be great. They're not going to get a tip. So now they worked all day long to make what, $3 an hour for what? Because they're not getting tips, because they're having a bad day, so they're not putting that smile up. You know, I feel like the tip, they're forced and so much pressure that they have to work so hard to get a tip and try to please everybody. But if you pay them the proper wage, then they're not stressed out. They can actually work efficiently. They can be more productive. And if they get a tip, it's because of the work they put in and it's an appreciation. But they're not depending on their tip. And that's how it should be. That's really how it should be, but it's not. And I don't know what it's going to take to make it happen, but I feel like that is the talk that needs to be being done right now in the country. Like, yo, let's stop the tipping culture and let's actually force them to pay people properly. If they can do that, we'd be good.
I mean, what we're essentially asking for in a world of, because I look at it as, not saying nobody else does, but I look at it as an entirety of a general problem overall. You're asking for integrity and principle to be established in business or corporate greed or people, you know, pretty much to run on that. And we know that the chances of them doing that as is almost slim to none.
Oh, well, yeah.
Know, like the price of food is already expensive as it goes up, but their pay don't go up. So that means somewhere along the way, because there's a lot of businesses who act like, oh, you know, this went up, that went up, so I got to charge more. That don't be the case sometimes. If you know how much they charge to even get it at the Whole Food sale and things, like they have businesses like it may go up $2 or $5, and it doesn't really, like, to them, then they're gonna charge an extra $30. Like, what is your actual bracket of, you know, well, because you got to make your money back. I get that as a business, you do got to make your money back, but to what end?
A waitress or a restaurant establishment, they make hand over fist. If I'm gonna be honest with you,
no, if it's good, if the food quality is great,
but not even the food quality. They get their stuff they buy in bulk typically in most restaurants.
I know that.
So they get it super cheap. So they're making profit. They're easily making profit. That's just the greediness of them. They have the money to pay people properly. They just don't want to do it.
For integrity and principle amongst people who are greed. I mean, America's already built on that. That's 100% what America's built on. I think I was telling John the other day, on the phone with him, I saw a poster in the elevator that it made me chuckle, because even in the comment itself, you have to do the basic math, which is like, oh, they were upset, you know, because of the whole, you know, deporting thing and people getting deported and, you know, just like that. And they said, oh, immigrants pulled in over $100 billion in taxes last year. I said, $100 billion? All right, so first of all, the fact that you even said that, because whether it's true or not, it's hilarious to me, is because then the real focus would be, where the heck did that $100 billion go?
Yeah,
that's the question. It's not they brought it in, but it's like, where did that even go? You're worried about them bringing it in, but where did that go? Because it didn't go towards the city, it didn't go towards the streets, it didn't go towards people's pay, hourly wages, none of that. Where did that go?
I mean, if you really look at it, you have all those people in those offices that make all these rules and regulations and legislative things.
Yeah, the congressman, yeah.
And they're making all this money, and all they're doing is really sitting around and talking. Like, that's it. That's all they're doing. I can do that. 100%. I can do that. I got degrees. I can make educated decisions as well.
It gets down to the form that money is not really made for. It's a form of control and keeping classes separate. It has nothing to do with. Really, it's no real worth to paper. We put the worth on that, so it's like, that's really what it's for. It ain't meant for you. When people's like, oh, you know, because they got to do this, it's never gonna make your situation better, because it's not made for that.
Let's be real.
Meant for that to happen.
Let's be quite honest about something. If we as society, the people, not the fucking government or anything of that nature, if we as the people decided, yo, we gonna grow our own shit and we gonna go based upon the barter system, we would tank the economy of this shit in a couple days.
I'm going to tell you this right now. It would never happen. Like, as soon as you start the revolution, you'd be silenced.
I already know.
You'd be silenced. They take you out.
I already know.
They're like, I'm taking a trip to New York. Oh, yeah? You hop on the plane, Thad? All right, I'm going to be driving there, bro. I'm not hopping the plane.
I already know. I already know how it would go. So that's why for me it's like, yo,
all these major companies and banks, they're already talking about overpopulation, so it doesn't matter if they take out a whole flock of people with you.
Yeah,
exactly. I already know they don't give a damn. So with that being the case, though, but if let's speak on a perfect in a perfect world, right? We as the community, the citizens of America, if we all decided, yo, fuck what y'all doing in this and these got in the Walmarts and all this other stuff. Nah, I'm gonna grow these. I got these microgreens over here. Well, I got a gang of chickens over here. Well, I got some ducks. Oh yeah, I got some cows over here. And you know what? Hey, listen, for I give you X amount of milk for X amount of eggs, and we do that on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. Because if it's straight when it comes straight from the source, it don't necessarily need none of that. Like if for those who don't know, those who are in the city and get their eggs and shit from a grocery store, just understand that if you have your own chickens, I got 4 chickens. They only allow me to get 4 at one time. You can't buy no less than that. So I got 4 chickens. I get an egg a day from each individual chicken. Right? That means my family and I can eat an egg every day at minimum, just so that way we would be able to survive. But if I take them eggs, right, and I trade off half a dozen for with your ass who got you got milk, you got a cow. My eggs from my chickens that came directly out of them, without washing them eggs off, them eggs will last outside of refrigeration at minimum for a week.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a very common thing, and I can attest to that because I remember when I went to Poland.
Is crazy.
I went to Poland with Magda, and one of her cousins has like campgrounds, and we stayed there. And his eggs, he kept them outside. They had like a front porch area, and he kept the eggs just outside there in the little thing, not in the refrigerator, because they don't have to. Even the milk. Pantry milk. People are always like, yo, what the fuck's pantry milk? It's milk that doesn't have to go in the refrigerator until it's open. Like it just sits in the pantry. And it's good milk, believe it or not. It sounds like it would be something horrible that it's sitting in the pantry, it shouldn't be good. No, it's good milk. It just sits. It don't have to go in the refrigerator. Milk. Yeah, it doesn't have to go in the refrigerator until it's open. And it's better than the one you get from the store. The guys go in the milk and it goes bad fast. No, that milk can last for a very fucking long time, believe it or not.
Not to mention, you don't know that milk how long that milk has been sitting inside that factory or inside that staging point before they even decided, all right, cool, let's ship it out over here, and then how long they had it sitting on their racks before it got to the main fucking point where you can actually grab from them.
That will turn into just superstition in its own thing.
It's not even superstition, but it's just the fact of legitimately there's a bunch of bullshit in our food that we should not have. Like flaming hot Cheetos is not the same thing overseas. In Europe,
they don't have them.
Those shits is not they not red. Them bitches is orange. They think the flaming hot shit that we got, and how we got which one? The jalapeno cheddars. Their flaming hot is our jalapeno cheddar.
No. That's true.
That's the way that shit, like, it's an entirely different thing.
I can contest. Every time I go there, I try their chips just to see if they're still good. They got bacon chips, bro. They got chips that taste just like bacon. Like, they're fucking good. I ain't gonna hold you. They're delish.
They're delish.
Bro. When I go to Chicago, because they have a Polish store in Chicago that gets them imported from Poland. So next time I go to the store out that way, I'll bring some and I'll have them when y'all come by, hopefully, and y'all try them out. You'll see what I'm talking about. They're good. I'm not gonna lie. So you guys know how I get my daughter in the summer, correct? My oldest, and I'm like gone MIA for a minute, you know. We were sitting there flying back from Chicago, and we're on the escalator. And for a while, she was like completely scared of escalators. And we're sitting there, and I was sitting there thinking, like, you know, when you get an escalator, you're trying to be lazy. Am I right or am I wrong? You're just trying to sit there, let it just drag you up the stairs, down, really. Or if you're in an airport. Fuck you, John. Fuck you. All right. But if I have an escalator, I'm there to be fucking lazy. All right. Let's be real. If I want to walk, I'm taking the fucking stairs. There's no reason to take the escalator if you want to walk. Take the fucking stairs. Get your little cardio. Get the heart rate pumping. You take the fucking stairs. Right. You leave the escalators for lazy fucks like me who just want to sit there and leisure down. The thing that irks me the most is when I'm on the escalator and I'm just standing in, and mind you, there's two sides of the escalator, right, left, and there's enough room to walk down. But if I'm standing on the right side, just standing because I'm not moving, because there's no reason for me to move. I took the escalator for a reason. I didn't want to walk up the stairs, or I didn't want to walk down the stairs. The thing that pisses me the fuck off the most is when someone walks behind me and says, "Excuse me, can you fucking move? I'm trying to go down the stairs." Sounds like a fucking personal problem to me. If you wanted to go down the stairs faster, you should have took the fucking stairs, all right? I'm taking the escalator because I didn't want to fucking walk downstairs. I'm not moving from this fucking step. I'm over to the right. If you want to go, walk around me to the fucking left. If you can't do that, tough fucking luck. I guess you're waiting until we get fucking down the escalator because I'm not moving for you. That's my opinion. Like, if I take an escalator, I'm taking it to be leisurely lazy. I do not want to move. I'm going to move once the escalator stops at the end and now continue my walking. But for that, 5 seconds or a minute, whatever it takes to get to one spot to the next escalator, I'll be standing perfectly still, enjoying myself.
Oh, you enjoy it? Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, I mean, I feel like taking the escalator, you sit down, you take the escalator, you're sitting there to enjoy and watch the scenery and whatnot. You're not in a rush. There's literally no rush. If you're taking the escalator, if you're in a rush, you should not be taking the escalator to begin with. Because if I'm not mistaken, on the signs it says stand still, don't be running up and down. It has these warnings on there. Yep. You see those movies, Final Destinations? I've seen warnings on escalators, believe it or not. It's like at the bottom. But the those movies, Final Destination, when they snap, that's because motherfuckers are moving too much weight on the escalator trying to get around. That shit gives out. You're meant to stand still on those bitches. You're meant to just stand still and let it do its job.
Yeah, for the most part. I like running up it because it's way faster than running up the stairs.
John, only you, John, only you. I like running up.
Oh yeah, thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, fuck you too, Taj.
I just walk up. It's like
it's a New York thing.
If I can get around you without asking, I'm gonna do it. But it's like
I'm not gonna push people out my way. If this I'll get as far as until I can't go no more, and then I'll just chill.
Now, mind you, and then they have the ones that's the one on the airports. That's the flat one that just goes flat, and it says stay on the right. And it tells you stay on the right side if you're gonna stand still, left side to walk. So if you see that sign and I'm standing on the right side and you're coming up behind me telling me to move out the way because you're trying to get through, look up. The sign says go to the left. I'm on the right. I'm not moving out the way for you. Like, might say I'm a dick for it, but I'm doing what the sign says. I'm standing still on the right side like it says. If you want to walk and keep moving, go to the left side, like the sign says. No, I'm just gonna be real. Like, why should I?
From Big Bang Theory.
I was like, why do I have to go out of my way to accommodate you when I'm already doing what I'm supposed to be doing? And if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, no, it's the principle. If I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm not going to move out the way for you because you have to have it your way. Fuck you. This is not McDonald's. It's not Burger King. You don't have it your fucking way. It's like the same thing on like a plane ride. Like I don't personally do this because I'm like, hey, you probably should. But in my mindset, when you fly in a plane, mind you, depending on the age, but when they're flying with your family and they're like, hey, can we sit together? They're a little nervous about flying. I have this seat here. I checked in early for this particular window seat. This is my seat. I'm not giving it to you. Oh, but my kid wants this. I don't give a fuck. This is a rude awakening lesson that you don't always get what you want sometimes in life, okay? Sometimes you want apples, you get lemons. You make it work, okay? But
leave it at that. Depending on how I feel.
No, because you can't leave it at that.
They ask you, they're not demanding it.
No. Some airlines try to demand it, and at that point, I'm like, look, if I paid extra and I reserved a seat, I'm not giving up my fucking seat. Pay me for it. Like, no, I checked in on time and I paid to have this seat. So if you're trying to move me to a seat further back, why would I do that? I paid for the seat that I have. I checked in like I was supposed to check in. I upgraded my seat so I can have a better seat. I'm not moving for you. I think that's fair.
Yeah, no, if it inconveniences me and I pay for it, I probably wouldn't move. And I'm not gonna make a fuss about it. I'm just saying, nah, I'll pay for it, bro. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that.
And for me, I'd probably make a fuss about it because I'm not gonna lie, when I fly on airplanes, I'm already uncomfortable because I have broad shoulders, I'm a bigger person. So when if I sit in the middle, I'm squished. I'm being squished by the person on the window, person in the aisle. If I sit in the aisle, I'm being hit every time the fucking stewardess walks down the fucking thing. Would you like some water? Would you like some peanuts for the flight? They're fucking hitting me with the fucking little trolley thing because my shoulder is so fucking broad. It's outside in the fucking aisle. So if I upgrade the seats, I get a proper seat for myself with proper leg space. I'm not fucking giving it up for nobody. I'm just being honest. I'm not giving you a fucking.
Do this sound like that, y'all? Somebody said that. She was doing a job.
Hey, you always got to throw those voice improvs in there when you use other people's voices.
I bet you be thirsty some of them days on the flight and I want to be kicking in.
No, actually, believe it or not, when I ride the flight, when the flight attendant comes in, mind you, I know most of the times the water and whatnot is free, it's complimentary. I never take it though from them. Typically, I close my eyes and put my head back, and I just kind of ignore them and tell them no, thank you, because I don't want it. I don't want to get up and have to try to go into the bathroom. Mind you, the bathroom on an airplane is small as fuck, so it's always a tight fit for me anyway. So I don't want to have any unnecessary bowel movements on the plane. I just don't.
You check what you eat before you get on.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just. I'm not gonna give anybody everything they want because they want it. I have that problem with my little one. He's in this phase where he gets what he wants sometimes from his mother, so he thinks that his mother gives it to him, he's gonna have that same reaction from me, and he doesn't, and it irks him, and I can tell it irks him because he puts his head down and he just looks at me and gives me like the evil look, like he's gonna get me, and I'm like, you can try. Yeah. I went to Europe. He always looks at me like, Dad, I'm gonna get this. Just wait. I'm gonna ask Mom. And then I'm just like, yeah, you can go ask Mom, and she gonna tell you yeah. And I'm gonna be a dick and take it from me because I already told you no. And kids are good for that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Kids are good for that. They'll ask one parent one thing, and then if the one parent tells them an answer they don't want to hear, they run to the other parent quietly as possible and try to convince them to agree on their behalf because they want what they want.
If they see there's no unity.
Yeah, exactly. But even if there's unity, they'll still try. I've seen them one time be like, oh, Dad said I had to ask you if I can get this. He said he didn't care. And I'm sitting there thinking, did I really? Did I say I didn't care, or did I tell you no? And you're hoping that I'm not paying attention so you can go ask her. And they get quiet. I'm like, yeah, take your asses on somewhere. Like, don't try me.
Get your ass down somewhere.
No, kids are definitely getting bolder these days.
Oh, well, yeah, that too.
You said assholes? Kids are assholes. I call my kids trolls or little gremlins because they're like big bags. You give them food after a certain time, they multiply. I swear, they grow. But
oh shit, they get turned into gremlins.
Like
big bag, big bag, big bag, big bag.
No, I just listen. I have no disagreement with what someone just said.
All I'm gonna say is I can't wait for y'all to have kids. When y'all start to have kids, I'm just gonna
be entirely different than the way I was raised, 100%. Well, for the most part.
I said the same thing, Mr. Wilson.
No parts of. Nah, I mean it's different, I guess. Like, cause for right now, Well, I wouldn't say that. I say it is entirely different because you're in a household and you're present. So things are going to be different from them. There's going to be certain things they're exposed to, certain things they're not. But if obviously for the better of the situation. But
yeah, but I think the cycle is when people have kids, they always try to give their kids something that they didn't have growing up, or they felt like they lacked growing up.
See, but that's why. But what I'm gonna say is because I've heard that too. I've looked into that. Now I'm not gonna talk like I got my own kids because everything's a new experience. At the same time, you won't know till you get there. You can't prepare for something that you never experienced.
You can never prepare for kids, even if you think you're prepared. You're not.
Yeah. So but I'm talking about as far as principle. What I will say, because there are like the notion that some people, like, as far as how they treat their sons and daughters, are two different ways. What I will say I respect about you 100% is whoever's wrong, they still getting it regardless of what happens. There's no difference, and there's not a lot of parents that do that. There's the sucker mentality of, oh, the baby or the baby of the family or this and the third. Nah, but you're killing them in a sense without realizing it just hasn't happened yet because you're not preparing them properly because you're being biased depending on. Now each child is different. I agree with that. It doesn't mean that they're all obviously the same, and that you go about handling things the same exact way. But as far as reprimanding or everybody gets in trouble, bro. It ain't just like, oh, because she's just how everybody got that daddy's little girl thing, and they'll be a sucker for the daughter for every little thing. When it comes to the son, they'll treat him like
Oh yeah, I know.
And so the messed up part of it to me is when they go into the world, you treat your son as if it's a balance between it. But they grow up going into the world with the notion that obviously the son is going to have to take more. Yes, as a man, it's and a third, but to what extent? And the girl goes in this world with the notion that she's supposed to have everything that she wants immediately, with no type of work.
Yeah, that doesn't fly in my household. Let you know that, right?
Yeah, I'm like, nah, like, what are you doing? Like,
everybody's gonna put in their work. They're gonna do what they're supposed to do, and we're gonna make it happen. I definitely don't believe in favoritism. I wouldn't say I got that from my grandma, because my grandma was one of those people who's like, I don't believe in favoritism. I hate everybody equally. Everybody gets the same treatment, and I
hate everybody equally.
No, like she said that before, like, but I believe like even how she raised us from like her kids to her grandkids, because I'm her grandkids, but she counted some of her grandkids that are actual kids because she raised us. But like even between my cousins, after I had my first kid, went in the military and whatnot, and their kids come here, and it was like, oh, you better listen to grandma. If you don't listen, cousin Phil is down there, or Uncle Phil is down there, he's gonna put his foot in your ass. Don't go down there giving your great grandma a hard time, because he's gonna correct you.
I mean, to me, that's how you also nip the nonsense in the bud sometimes. Because us growing up with siblings, we know we'll get our siblings in trouble based upon, we understand, or we know, like, I'll get you in trouble because I know they're gonna, like, kids are aware when they got you around their finger.
Oh yeah,
like, kids are very aware, and I'm just saying, just don't. I'm not in agreement with just instilling that behavior of favoritism, and it doesn't mean I'm just going around being mean. Because, like I said, everything has an equal balance, but just be vigilant to what's going on and actually pay attention. And don't be biased. Oh, because she's my little girl. Yes, you treat her a different way, or your relationship with her is a different way. If she mess up, she mess up. I mean, it is no, oh, well, how you deal with them may be different, but you're still getting in trouble. It's not like a.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. Your kids are gonna be your kids, and if something's different with your kid, like a neurological difference, you're definitely going to treat them not, I want to say completely differently, but when it comes to like handling certain disciplinary actions or whatnot, your approach is going to be different, because you have, and it doesn't work for every parent because every parent doesn't understand this, but you have to approach each scenario with a different mindset and don't look at them the same. Each child gets a disciplinary action differently. And now there's like, for those who are like, oh, he's out there beating his kids. No, disciplinary action doesn't necessarily mean you're beating your kids or spanking them. You could be doing other stuff, time away from their devices, or being grounded, the stuff that you used to go through back in the day. You're grounded the whole summer. You can't take your ass outside, whatever the case may be. But you hit them where it hurts. Like for my kids, if they were doing something, I could say, I'm gonna see you spanking. That's temporary. Let's be honest. Spanking a kid is temporary. The pain is temporary.
They'll get adjusted to it.
They'll get adjusted to it. Exactly. I don't know if they'd get adjusted to me spanking them, but they brush some stuff off eventually.
Fathers are different. It lasts a little longer. It's the mothers they get easy adjusted to you. Their strength don't usually grow. It's not a man's strength and a woman's strength are two different things.
The issue that they have is that since when they start getting adjusted from a whooping or spanking, wherever it is, they're like, oh, I could take this. I'll just take that. No, when you hit them where it hurts, you take their devices from them or you restrict access. And the kids these days are still, my kids still love going outside, but they love their devices because all their friends, all their friends have devices because nowadays kids can't really go out and play like they used to. Especially where I'm at, they live further away from each other. They're like, the kids that go to the same school with them, like when they go home, they're like 40 minutes away. No parent's going to be driving 40 minutes away each way for the kids to hang out at each other's house. That's just gas. That's not an economic choice. That's a smart choice. That's just something that's not happening. So you find things to do when they're in trouble they will affect. You take their devices from them. Well, I can't talk to my friends. Maybe you should have thought about that before you did what you did. Now you have, a day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days without your devices to reflect and find other things to do.
It's not so much. The difficulty is not what's happening is as time goes on, just the responsibility, first of all, depending on what the circumstance is, which I think there's a larger percentage of unexpected kids than there is kids that people intentionally wanted to have. So the issue is actually having the time to instill certain things in your kids, because time is the biggest issue. Time and money, right? If I constantly got to work, we ain't gonna say act like you're gonna be tired from work as is, bro. Like even when we come in from work and we tired, the last thing you really want to do, honestly, is to be sitting and entertaining all the time, even though it's a sacrifice. Or hey, let's play. And I've been busting my behind all day, so that already kills that. So what they do is they allow iPads and TVs to train their kids or to entertain them. So now it grows, a fixation on, and they're already in school, so the teacher already also has a big percentage of 40% more time with their kids than you do. So it's like, and then what time do you have any time to instill anything? So that's the battle of today. That TikTok, so now it teaches kids' attention span to be shorter than usual. They can't pay attention to anything longer than 5 seconds. It's a whole thing that's going against what we were brought up on. Like, we had time periods we could be on the game, and then that was it. When we were coming up as kids. You had to go outside and actually touch grass. You were forced to. No, go outside. Go play. Go do something interactive. Go read a book like that. Said like you had to do a book. Like, these are things that stimulate and challenge your mind to actually be okay. If all else fails, if the world shuts down, you're sustainable and you're actually known to have a social life, able to be social. Just different things that put in still to you. We were the last generation to do that, which is a dying art, which is scary. So now kids are only able to repeat what they see on a TikTok every 10 seconds, or only able to understand something that lasts 5 seconds. And now you're battling against that. So it takes like an old, I wouldn't call it old school, because it's just, it makes more sense. I've seen other families though that are.
It's a trickling effect. It's all been. It starts with, you're single. You want to how you pick your mate. Also, how you was raised. Mm-hmm. So we come from that generation, but look at how jobs are. They don't pay enough money. Rent keeps going up.
That's what
Bills keep going up. I know what I'm saying, but it's all of it is involved to a certain degree. But when it comes to kids, parents don't want to be a parent. They don't want to be a wife. That's the new generation. They They want to have multiple. They don't want to be said. They don't want people to tell them no.
The traditional
they can't
family.
do. They don't want the traditional family. They want to have multiple spouses. They want to have side pieces. You know, there's no such thing as loyalty. They're only loyal to themselves. You know, and they preach that. They say, I come before everyone else. Everyone thinks that way, like as if being selfish is the best way to live, which in fact is the worst. Because even when you're living by yourself, you still have to depend upon others. Mm-hmm. Even by yourself, you still have to.
I think it's misplaced because there's a certain level. So when you say selfish, because there's different forms of everything, and it depends on where you're placing
all of it is every single form of selfishness.
No, every single form of selfishness is not bad. Like this self-care and making sure that you do take care of yourself along with taking care of others.
Self-care is not selfishness.
But you have to be selfish at certain points first.
Just because the word self is in it doesn't. Selfish means I am more than everyone around me. I matter more. You're above the status quo. You're above the people around you. That's what it means to be selfish.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking. All right, cool. So my thing is, when I'm saying, oh, what the heck? Yeah, what I'm saying is like, for people that, I guess, where they pretty much like, I would say hierarchy, right? In your family, in your household. Let's say that. And I'm not saying it because it would be me. I just happen to fall into, I'm a male. So, like, if it comes to, it's the husband and wife and then their kids. And well, who values who? I would think that the husband would value his wife more first, and the kids will come second. Now, that doesn't mean I don't feed them first. That has nothing to do with the obvious. But I would make sure her well and mental being is okay, because as long as her well and mental being is okay, then the family situation can be properly. As much as she would be focused on yours too in the beginning, for like actually focus on yours as well, so the families, because if your mental's not together and her mental's not together, the family ain't getting ran properly the way that it should. So those are the two most important. Then the kids come, because the kids are being raised and trained regardless, and they're watching everything that you're doing as parents or each other regardless. Today's world, that's not how it is. People will put their kids before anything and shorthand themselves, which would be a self-destruct situation in the family anyway. Because you're not even happily providing or doing things and, providing the proper infrastructure for your family to even run properly, because you're not okay. That doesn't mean you're supposed to be happy, or all I got to do is making me happy. It's just mentally stable, if you get what I'm saying. Like certain
and
things
there's massive pitfalls that occur that attack your, like, who you are as a person, because there's situations that occur within families that both of y'all most likely won't be ready for, and it will challenge who you are as a person and what your belief is. So I mean, even then, that's why judging is never good, because no one will know everyone's situation.
No, 100%. You don't, like, you're not at the actual layer of it. But I was just talking about, like, in the sense of, like, in that hierarchy, what's important, like how I look at it, even because it all affects, it's all connected in one way. And I know that's why even sometimes when I try to have a conversation, I try to be so clear, because my brain, even for myself, I'm in 10 million places, but I know all the points, because one thing affects the other, whether we want to address or act like it does or it doesn't. It depends on what it is. Some don't, but in a lot of things in life, how you do one thing or how you do a couple things will trickle down and affect, like you said, the trickle effect. So what your expectation of your mate is, what you're like, exactly what you're looking for, like you said, in the mate. That's all important. What the values are, what's important to you, what comes first to this person, what comes first to that person,
what you bring to the table.
Yeah, what you bring to the table, all of it. All of it's important, and it's crazy because that's a process that seems to become it's daunting at times, because we have to be careful that our brains don't obviously expect perfection, because it's just unreasonable. However, you have every right to still be picky. So it's like you have to find out where you draw that line. You know what I'm saying? That's beneficial, but also, and that, like you said, like your reasonable thinking, it all comes into play. And sad to say, that's dwindling away from I would say from what I've seen in this generation or in this area, that's not even in the part of their brain to think about. So listen, everybody's focused on the obvious mundane things that have nothing to do with anything, or like that's just either really not that important or just their own thing, but they want the results of what a family looks like. There's more work that goes, into that in the background that a lot of people don't think about in details and things like that. So we're in the generation of that too, wanting the picture but not,
I'm gonna say something about audacity of individuals nowadays.
Fake cheek women. Oh my God, the
Yo,
audacity.
All bullshit aside.
Spectrum.
Time out. All jokes aside. So this for like a good 10, 15 minutes, I was here just entertaining some bullshit just because I wanted to see how I just wanted to see the bullshit. Some chick hit me up and she's oh yeah, oh hey, I think you're really cute or this other stupid shit. I'm okay, whatever. So how'd you find my page? Oh, I don't want to talk about that, but I do want to say that I'm out in your area and I think you would be down to do some. You look like somebody who would be down to do some OnlyFans content with me. No.
What?
No.
They try and get Mr. Bad to pay for some money.
Then she just tried to hit me. She tried to hit me with it. Yeah, listen, we're gonna make some money. We're gonna make a lot of money together. You just have to sit there like a good little boy and subscribe to my OnlyFans, bitch. Now you done cross the line. Listen, get the fuck off my page.
Who do you become?
Yo.
The fact that she told you to sit there like a good little boy and subscribe to her OnlyFans after telling you you're about to make money with her, though. Like, wait, am I subscribing or am I making money with you? Which one is it?
Fucking insane. So that's why I'm just in there. I'm like, yo, the audacity of I've already told you no. I'm good. Enjoy your day. Oh, well, the fact that you don't want to be, you don't want to link up on OnlyFans is a red flag to me. Well, bitch, have a good night.
The red flag is that you want to link up with me on OnlyFans.
No, you hit me through Instagram. Well, no. I'm going to tell you what's even more of a red flag. The message said, and matter of fact, I'll read it verbatim. Hold on 1 second.
Looking for simps. That's what she's looking for.
These motherfuckers looking like, remember those days when I used to date back in the day and I used to tell you about those profiles, motherfuckers?
Yo, this shit is hilarious. Shorty just hit me with you seem like the type to actually go for it. I'm like, nah, I'm not though. So she sends a picture and she's like, oh, listen, this is just a fun way of meeting people. Mind you, we're talking through Instagram. She's like, I've had bad things happen with guys from Instagram, and you not willing to join me on OnlyFans is a red flag for me. Bitch, you hitting me up. I don't even know you. You followed me, liking my shit and making comments. Now, when I still, yo, what's up? Do you know me? Oh no, but I think you want to make some money. No, bitch, I don't even know you. I don't know you.
Okay.
Then on top of that, you gonna turn around and hit me with it's a red flag for you not to. Bitch, why are you messaging me? I might be the red flag entirely. Why are you even hitting me up? You talking about me linking up doing OnlyFans? Bitch, if I wanted to link up and rip your face off, then what? You're not even thinking about that. Think about that shit.
This is what we call a setup, right? And this is what I
think that's
the bitch got blocked already.
Nah,
straight fat white chick right now. Of course it is.
Based off of what? How you know that? How did that based off? No. I think you say it's so listen.
No. Look. Motherfucker sending me pictures of some fat chick, and sending oh yeah, here look, my titties out. No, all right, whatever. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm good. I don't want no parts of that. But here's what ended off the top. I know it's some bullshit. The messages 1, 2, 3, and this is not no couple lines. Nah. I know women type fast, but nigga, these are automated messages fast.
No, yeah, no, 100%. That's
so that's why I'm like, yo, what the fuck do I look like? Nah, you can go ahead. I'm good. You still trying to antagonize? Oh yeah, well I'm still. Come on, let me show you some more pictures. Yeah, we can link up. No, I don't. know you.
Look.
How did you find me, bitch? I'm private. On certain shit.
Apparently you're not private enough.
No, this is what I started realizing.
Send me the info. But yeah, that's crazy.
Info is crazy.
This guy.
But I'm gonna say this, right? This is what I started. This is what you realizing, and it makes me laugh. I've asked actual women like that I know personally, right? First of all, the only time a woman is ever gonna be that direct or be straightforward with you and is actually a woman is if 100% money transaction is involved or getting money from you. That's one of the only. Hold on. You got the rare cases. You got the very, very rare cases of females that are into that type of lifestyle, and that's they think that's their kink or whatever. But that's why we say rare cases. Women
I don't
are
think
very
that's rare cases either. I mean, you also have to understand if it's on the web and it's people from all over the world, so you have to expect the unexpected sometimes. Like
yes,
if it's like this whole OnlyFans thing, it just sounds like a whole scam. It's a scam to get your money.
No, they make the most money, which is I could get into how idiotic it is that people actually pay them for that. But
a lot of people who are like that, and especially if they're over their 30s.
Yes, because the whole world is a market. Because all it did
30s and 50s, there's a lot of kinky people. That for some reason people be getting massively kinky during that time.
All it did was pretty much just connect them to the world, which there's a market for everything. So what we would deem as stupid, there's somebody that's gonna be 100% into it. But what I'm saying is, in a sense, like for me, like let's say, anytime a girl's being that straightforward, like, oh, you want something, third. How many women have walked up to you in the street, bro? In the street, and just right then and there, trying to offer you some nook off rip, not knowing you from a hill of beans. How many women have ever done that to you?
You talking about prostitutes as well?
No, not prostitutes. Regular females. Right. How many of them ever done that to you?
To who?
Without you having to have some type of conversation.
That doesn't know me. That doesn't know me.
Doesn't know you at all.
No. I can't say that. That's
let's be honest. No, because it don't. It's not even a consistent.
I can't say that it's a random a chick who I'd never known. I don't know anything about her whatsoever. Has walked up to me and be like, "Yo, you trying to fuck?"
And if it has happened, it's a handful.
No. Me personally, no.
Less than a handful.
The only ones that have done it's been women that I've known.
Yeah, it's about where you're at too.
About where there are places where it's really open. I'll take you to a bar in our neighborhood where I know all the shorties gonna try to grab your dick.
I bet you do know them, John.
I'll say
John just be everywhere. But I'm
saying women
that
I know will do that.
I swear, your story that has me thinking about those stories from back in the day.
Nah, bro, that's another reason why I don't even fuck with dating apps, bro. Like, it's too many.
So it's not even just dating apps, bro. It's any app these days.
No, that's true too, but specifically dating apps for me have been like
from LinkedIn.
a complete red flag,
bro.
Like, I'm terrified on getting because it's been too many times where I'm liking pictures. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I come across an individual. I'm gonna be nice. Individual. All right, with a strong ass jawline.
Lady boy.
Motherfucker look like they got 5 o'clock shadow and shit, but they looking as feminine as they possibly can.
This is the part I get you.
But when I swipe left, like, I'm good. Then it's you missed a match. No, bitch, I dodged a bullet. Why are you even playing with me?
You know, back in the day they had women with beards that joined the circus back in the day. So don't knock it. You know, that used to be a thing in the 70s. Was the 70s? Women used to have that little mustache line. That used to be a thing.
Take them times. Nah, I'm not there.
Maybe one
Jones wants some encouragement.
Nah. I'm good. I don't want no part of them. Right?
You want some earthworm jizz.
You just made me remember of this chick about 2 months ago. She hit me up, or no, she posted something on Facebook. And I was like, all right, it was like one of those things like, answer this question, you can win money. I was like, I don't really care for the money, but I was like, this is an easy question. I'm gonna just say the answers. Why not? And it was like, I'll actually read your question. I have it on my phone. Because she was like, she messaged me directly, and I was like, why are you messaging me? Like, all right, whatever. And she's like, you know the answer to the question? I'm like, it's obvious. Anybody would know the answer to this question. The question was, an ex-policeman lost his house, his car, and his girlfriend. What did he lose first? Obvious answer. His job. Yeah. His job. And she was like, all right, if you get it right, you get $2,800. I was like, all right, job. It's a scam, obviously. And it's like, you know the answer? Like, obviously. It's like, for real? It's like, yeah. And she was like, all right, cool. So I answered the question. And then they were like, and then I didn't hear from them for a little bit. And then like 3 days later, they're like, oh, you got the question right. And I was like, do you have Cash App? I'm like, yeah, I got Cash App. Can I have it? I'm like, sure, why not? My Cash App's protected. You can't really do anything with it. So I gave my Cash App, and I was like, oh, I tried to send you $2,800. I'm like, why? I said I didn't want the money, and I just answered the question because I saw it and I wanted to answer the question. And she was like, well, here's the thing. I can't send you $28 until you go and pay this fee. I'm like, since when? I've used Cash App before. You're quote unquote, it was like they wanted me to send like $100 for them to send the $2,800. I'm like, yeah, that's a scam. I was like, do I got like boo-boo fool in my forehead? I was like, if you send someone money on Cash App, Cash App doesn't require the person that you send money to pay something to release that money. That's not how that works. Yes, it is. You got to send it to this number. Like, no, that's a scam. You're trying to rip me off. And like, they were trying to like, there's like, oh, if you don't agree, it's not that hard. Well, why are you being so difficult? Because I'm not sending money to some random person. It's like, I'm not asking you. And they sent me a screenshot of like the shit, right? They did all this on Facebook Messenger, by the way. So they sent me a screenshot of like what to do. And it clearly says, hey, send money to this other Cash App account and then get approved. I'm like, so you're trying to piggyback and have me send stuff so I can't answer nobody. I was like, no. I'm not going to do it. It's a scam. It's not a scam. I did money today. Just do it. It's like, no. What part of like when I say no, and this is like the thing, like, so.
This thing's going to entertain himself in this conversation.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, you have to. Obviously, bro. Look,
like,
so obviously, if I tell you no, right? And this is the thing, like when women tell us no, right? Normally it's all right, cool, whatever. No. Move on to the next, right? But for some reason, most women are like, no. What do you mean no? Why? Because no. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to pay. I don't want to do this. Just no. Just forget about it. And then sitting there trying to argue with me for like 30 minutes. I'm like, and I started laughing. And they're like, what's so funny? It's like, the thing that's funny to me is that you posted a question. Now, mind you, I didn't care for the money. I decided to answer the question. But you posted this question, right? Saying you're going to pay people this and that. All right. You messaged me directly in the inbox. I screenshot. I still got the message. I was like, you messaged me directly to answer this question. I answered it. Then you went onto this script. So you sent me $2,800 to my Cash App, but I got to pay this to get this and this and that. To me, that's a scam. Those are red flag scams right there. Instantly. And if you Google this shit, the same type of thing, it'll tell you, yeah, those are known scams that are happening all over social media. So no, I will not be doing what you're asking. Because it's a scam. Oh, I'm a church-going woman and this and that, and I never... Look here. Church folks are the worst folk. If you never heard it before, you heard it now, all right? I was like, church folk are the worst folk. Like,
a scammer and reasoning as a scammer, yo.
No, it was like so funny because they were under the impression that they were going to convince me to do this. Like, they're like, we're going to convince me to do this. And I'm already thinking in my head, if I've already made up my mind, whether it's no or yes, once I make up my mind, it's not changing unless I choose to change it. And I didn't care for the money because I didn't care to send you money because I was like, all right, cool. So when the person pushed this, I'm like, hey, so you're sending me $2,800, you said, right? I said, how about this? This will make it easy for everybody, all parties. Since there has to be money that has to be paid to receive the money, how about you deduct that money that was supposed to be paid from that $2,800 and send me the rest? oh, that's not how that works. We're going to send you the full 2,800. That's not logical. Why would I pay you money for you to send me money? Make it make sense. Yeah, I was like, make it make sense. If you said I want a prize for answering the question, give me my prize. Don't try to force me and try to con me into paying something. So I was like, and for those who follow me on Instagram, you guys definitely saw this because I posted this at one point. But I let her know. I was like, yo, I run a podcast and I'm putting you out there. I'm putting out there that you're fucking scamming people and trying to convince people, and people are probably falling for this shit. But I'm not Boo Boo the Fool. I grew up in the streets. I know how these scams work. Like, you're not catching me. I will play you like a fiddle. I will make you agree or make you think I'm agreeing with you up until the last minute until I hang up the phone on you. And you'll be sitting there like, oh, what happened? You really thought I was agreeing with you? You didn't feel like how that was too easy? Like I was like, oh yeah, we could do this. If I start agreeing with you really easily with no pushback on something that seems fishy, I'm bullshitting you back. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I already cashed it into a scam, I will bullshit you right back, and I will play stupid up until the final moment. I shit you not. So I just took a screenshot, I sent it. I was like, I'm gonna let everybody know, then post it. And it was like, and then they stopped talking to me. And then randomly they reached out to me again. And it was like, hey, good morning. I hope you're doing good. Is everything okay? We're not having these problems. I'm like, you mean the time when you try to message me to scam me? I was like, the reason why I indulged the conversation with you, because you look like someone I used to talk to back in the day as a friend. That was the only reason why I decided to open the message and reply back, because you look like someone I knew, that I grew up with. But after I went through your actual profile and realized you're not that person, we have nothing to fucking talk about. I don't know you from dirt. Like, I don't know who the fuck you are. Like, I do know that you're not receiving any money from me. You can go try the next sheep.
It was this chick. She was bad. I think she's from Africa. She was cute.
Fucking John and his woman from Africa.
Yeah, man. Look, she had a nice bum bum. Anyway,
from Nigeria.
Yeah. So we're talking, whatever, getting to
we know
know
how
each
this is
other,
going.
around. She's just like, yo, I'm having a really bad day. You know, my mom is sick. We're gonna take her to the hospital because she's not getting well. I was like, oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. And then I'll hit her up, give her some space, as a gentleman would do. And she hits me up again, like, listen, it's getting really bad. They're asking for specific medicines. And
I already know it's coming on.
And I was like, really? I was like, oh, damn. I'm like, well, do you have insurance? She's like, no, we don't. And I don't think I have the money to pay for it. Is it possible you can help me? I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, how much is it? She was like, oh, it's $150. Okay, yeah, send me the information. I'll send it to you. I said, but it's going to take some time, but just give me some time, all right? She was like, oh, yeah, sure. So then next day.
You know this person?
No, I don't know them. The next person, the next day, I hit him like, yo, how's your mom? Everything right? Like, no, she's still in the hospital. It's getting worse. I was like, oh, dang, sorry to hear that. He was like, are you going to send the money today? She was like, because I didn't hear from you. I was like, yeah. You know how banks is. It got to take a while for me to get it, signed. So, I got to speak to my bank teller. Just give me some time, all right? I'll send it to you. She was like, all right, no worries. Just please hurry. I was like, yeah, I got you. So does she have like just tell me the sickness. What is it? Is it AIDS? Is it multiple sclerosis? Like, what is it? She was like, oh, no, I'll ask the doctors. I'll get some more information. I'll let you know. I was like, okay, thank you. Next day.
That you
don't know.
John is killing me, bro. He's hilarious.
Your mom's okay? She was like, no, she's still sick. She's in the hospital. Like, dang, still. I was like, so what's going on? She's having surgery now? Like, no, she's just waiting for the hospital. I mean, for the procedure to be done. But we have to pay it. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, so here's the account number. And I gave her some random number. And I was like, all right, here you go. And she said, oh, it didn't go through? I'm like, what? That's crazy. Like, I gave you the right information. So hold up. The bank just blocked it. Hold on. Let me just get this reconfirmed. Because I think, me sending money to Africa is crazy. So that's probably what the bank thinks. Let me see if I can reset my bank account. She was like, okay, okay. I was like, this is stupid. I'm so sorry. She was like, no, it's okay. This is okay, honey. Like, you're such a nice person. I was like, oh, thank you so much. Like, you know what? Let me get this sorted out. Just wait for me, all right? She was like, all right, yeah. The next day. So it kept going on for a while.
This is the whole African man with an artifice.
John's in it for the long haul.
Yeah, so
he's like, you want to play? I'll play. Let's play.
So she was like, yo, it's been a while. You're not sending the money. I was like, yeah. I was like, it's funny how your mom just stays like sick. Like it's not getting worse or better. Like that's crazy. What type of sickness is this? You know, have you been getting any money or anything? She's like, no. I was like, wow, that's crazy. It's just weird to see a sickness prolonged this long. Like, damn, like a whole week. But like, I like to play with them. I love like it helps out on my improv. It definitely helps out on my improv. I have a lot of stories with scammers. There was this chick that was using. Yeah, man, it's fun though. It's really fun to mess with them. One chick I was messing with, she supposedly is like this bad chick from Florida. Then I kept asking, I was like, that's not you. Like, send me a real picture of you. She, what do you mean? I said, send me a real picture of you. I know that's not you. I know you probably in Africa or India. Just let's be cool. Let's be friends. Maybe I'll send you money just because you're cool. She was like, really? I was like, yeah, come on. And she just sent me a picture of her. She was ugly, bro. Like, bad. I was like, I understand why you use beautiful people's pictures.
Yo.
You know, it makes sense. She was like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah.
It's crazy.
I was like, if you used your real pictures, I don't know, I probably would have deleted you mad fast. She was like, what? Oh, that's so rude. I was like, really? That's rude. I was like, oh, all right.
Scamming me with you trying to catfish me, ho? What you mean? That's rude.
It's
rude.
funny though.
The sickness is just get better or worse, man.
Like
I was hoping she was at least attractive. But it's not.
Nah. She looked like somebody. She like what the Ghostbusters would try to like capture.
God damn.
It's just fun. Listen, if you're trying to scam people, already you're at a negative, so you should expect negativity.
Facts.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Did you know
you're reaping off of people's positive spirit? That's like the worst. You know,
like, son.
Coming up, it's for real. Like coming at somebody on some like, yo, empty your pockets, like straightforwardness. Like off rip, you're like, okay, I understand. This is you trying to steal my money. Okay, cool. They straight up with it. But at least that's, I don't know. It's above scamming someone out of their good heart. That just means you're truthfully evil.
You're diabolical.
Like that's in my opinion, that's more evil.
I love fucking with scammers. I'm gonna let you know this right now. When I get a phone call from
girl.
Yeah, it does. They do. You're right. You are definitely right. When I get a phone call,
this is about to be a fun day.
You know what's funny? Typically, the phone call I get, it's always from the same scammer. I don't know what it is. I think they forget sometimes when they call me that they've called me and I'm on their list of not to call and fuck with, because I ruin all their fucking shit. Once they call me and I realize it's them, I then proceed to call them back continuously, back to back to back to back to back.
No, David.
Tying up their lines. And then to the point where they block me from one number, I start calling them from another number. And they're like, how many fucking phones you got? Don't you worry about that. Just know you called me first. So now I'm going to continue to call you. And they're always like, don't you got anything else to do with your fucking life? Absolutely, I don't. I'm a disabled veteran who can't work. So this is what I'm going to do. Since you called me trying to scam me with some bullshit, I'm going to tie up your lines with multiple different phone numbers so that way you can't scam other people. And to me, I think that's me doing my part for the day. And I go to sleep with a smile.
You know God's work. God's work right
I go to the point to where I will call them. I will stop. I went a whole day. I called them for what, 5 hours straight, back to back. And then we got to the point where we were like talking about each other's family, like, hey, how's your mom doing? Like, it was good. It's like, oh yeah, what you having for dinner? Like a full ass conversation. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna call you later. Like, what do you mean? You'll see. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm on the phone. They're like, yo, bro, I'm sleeping. Oh, really? Am I calling you at an inconvenient time? Damn. Man, I guess that's kind of what happens when scammers call me. It's always an inconvenience to tie my phone up. So it's fair, right? And then the best one was when they called me back and they tried to clone my number, and they called me and said, oh, we can clone your number. And I said, and I can find your location. I just choose not to. And they got quieter, like, what do you mean? I'm like, you really don't know who you're harassing. Like, you just saw a name and started harassing, but you don't you really don't know anything about me though. Like, you don't know what I'm capable of. You don't know if I'm actually a hacker that can hack your shit. You don't even know if I'm looking at you right now on your webcam. Like, you don't know what I'm capable of. Like,
the people who legitimately will respond to the motherfucker who's trying to scam them and intentionally like, oh yeah, right, what about you? And he calls out whatever this person's name, typically an Indian person, not trying to be racist. That's just what the fuck it is, though. And
I watched it too.
Oh yeah, I see you with your black jacket or your black puffer jacket and a da-da-da. And how about Akmur or Moon over there in the corner with his plaid shirt on? They be looking like, what the fuck did he just say? He like, yo, look, we can do this too, man. He's like, I see exactly what you're doing. I know what you're doing. If I had the ability to do that, I promise you, I would be fucking with people all day as YouTube content.
No, it's definitely easy to do.
Yeah, I'm sure it's easy to learn how to do. I'm
very
saying,
easy.
For me, once I get my setup, and don't let me just be doing some IRL streams or just talking streams, we just gonna be pranking the motherfuckers who are out here scamming people. That's gonna be my shtick.
I actually have thought about doing that. Actually, on my next podcast, I'm going to be recording it and streaming it on my stream on Twitch. So you guys hear all these lovely people talking right now in the podcast. If they pull up while I'm streaming that day, you'll hear them as well. And we're going to be, on Twitch streaming the podcast. So you're going to get both. I used to do that shit back in the day though. Actually, yeah. You probably don't remember. Remember Thad I'm talking to? As I known him that long about this. Remember back in the day, you probably don't, but back in the day, at one point, I was streaming on, I think it was called Stream TV at that point. That was a streaming platform. Like Bow Wow was on it. Like all the motherfuckers were on it back in the day. And that's what I did. I would stream.
During the time of Mixer then, right?
Huh?
When Xbox had Mixer.
No. Yeah, Xbox had Mixer, but it wasn't the same thing. It was just streaming TV. It was its own separate platform. It was, I want to say it was stream.tv or something like that. It was its own little platform. Okay. You had your own setup to do streams and whatnot. And I, believe it or not, I had fucking shit on there. Like during that time frame, I actually had a fucking conversation with Bow Wow on stream thing. He was doing his little stream thing, and I went in and we were chopping up. Then he popped up on my little stream for a minute. It was actually fucking dope. Not gonna lie. I went to sleep on this fucking stream because I was doing all type of crazy shit. I was prank calling people, just chopping up whatever it is. I did it. I was like, you know what? We're gonna do an all-nighter stream. Before Kai Sanat did it, where he's like, oh, we're gonna do sleep-in. My asses did a sleep-in on a fucking stream online in 2007. 2008, 2009.
Damn, nigga, I just got into fucking what's the name? I was just going into high school.
Fucking
yeah, because World at War was around that time.
Yeah, that's around the same time. Remember when we stayed up all night and we did that Resident Evil that binge where we stayed up when it dropped and we stayed up and we stayed up that whole night, night release, and we played that bitch. During that time frame, that's when I was doing the streaming TV shit. I would hop on for every now and then, and I'd go and stream, and I'd be on it for like 4 or 5 hours, just chopping up with people all over the fucking world. And I was actually doing my damn thing. I had so many fucking followers, the whole 9 yards, and then I just stopped. I went ghost. I didn't tell nobody I was stopping. I just completely just stopped. I just went off.
You know what? It does make sense because there was quite a few times once we started up Mixer and shit. Excuse me. I remember you mentioning an app beforehand, and there was people that was coming over from that shit over to your stream, and then when you got off, like you would actually send them over because that was one of the main things. There was like it was this one particular time frame where it's like you get in the clutch moments of the game, and they would have like giant raids where everybody would pull into your stream and watch your stream for that particular moment. If you clutched it, you probably gained a fuck ton of streamers off of that. That's before they sold it and turned it into fucking Facebook gaming.
Yeah.
That shit was legendary.
Yeah, I used to do that shit all the time on a regular basis. That's why, like, I look at this shit now. It's like I know for a fact, like, if I really sat down and I really put the effort into my streaming, I could really bank on it. I know for a fact I could because I've proven I was able to do that, and that was before I was streaming playing video games. I was just pulling up a camera half the time and just sitting on camera, just chit chatting with people, talking, having fun, whatever it is. And I shit you not, my rooms had like 3K people in it at a time. Like, this shit was fun. Like, I was doing raids, all this shit. And then when I fell off, I was like trying to get back into the fucking groove and shit again. Yeah. But
that was before the military. I mean, that was
way before the military. I was like fresh out of Actually, I had just graduated high school. I did the whole sleeping thing, and I woke up. I still remember this. I woke up and I was still recording because I fell asleep. That was the whole thing. I woke up. I was reading messages. Motherfuckers were in school, in classrooms, watching me sleep on stream. To the point they were like, "Yo, our teacher saw you sleep and said you sleep peaceful and look cute." Like, motherfuckers were in classroom and their teachers were commenting on me sleeping on a fucking stream. And this was in 2009. Like, come on now.
That's wild.
Like, I know I have the potential to do a lot of cool shit from time to time. It's just got to find that motivation to do it. But
could you imagine if streamers was allowed to get into the, like, you was allowed to be going through boot camp and shit as a streamer? And they allowed you to stream.
That shit would no one would join the military. I tell you that right now. No one would join the military. And from back in the day, I don't know about right now how they do training shit, but back in the day, a motherfucker saw how the Marines and Army, and when I say Marines and Army, I mean like the motherfuckers who are actually going to be seeing action. Like, yes, there are people who are in the Marines, Army, Air Force, Navy. You know, I said Air Force. Fuck the Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard. They're actually getting to the action. Now, there's probably some Air Force that see some action that get attached to some units, but the training back in the day that you go to was brutal. It was aggressive. People, drill sergeants in your face, yelling at you, putting hands on you. They don't do that shit no more. It's all right. You hurt yourself? Go sit down. Go relax. Like, it's all love and peace and shit. Now they got the Space Force, but trying to do a stream thing back in the day, man, no, motherfuckers would have been like, yo, who's the labor laws? They were like, yo, let's get the labor law. Nah, you don't got no labor law. I still remember to this day, shit you not, I remember basic training, and we sat in the classroom, and we were probably like 4 weeks in, right? And this was one kid whose father was high up in the military ranking. His grandfather, great-grandfather, it was military family pretty much. And this kid, like, when we started our in-process stuff, he was like, he didn't want to be there. He said it was a family generation thing. He was pretty much told, like, yo, you're going in infantry. Like, don't give a fuck if you like it or not. He had a ranger contract. He didn't give a shit about any of that. He tried to, quote-unquote, suicide himself during training stuff. And it was so funny because we had to play fire guards, which, you know, people who know military stuff, fire guards, when you're in your training, you take shifts, hour apiece, and you do your shift, you go to sleep, and, you know, hopefully you wake up for your PT shit, whatever, during basic training. But this motherfucker, we were in the classroom, and motherfucker put his hands up. They're like, yo, who wants to quit? Who wants to go home right now? Motherfucker, raise your hand. He's the only one to put his hand up. Joe started to look at him, laugh. Oh, you. Now, your grandfathers, your dad are all high ranking. They said they don't give a shit what you want to fucking do. You're finishing basic training. They're like, we got you for at least 2 years. You're mine, son. Like, if you the best way, they're gonna tell them, if you want to quit and you really want to give up, just fail a PT test. What was it, 2 times or 3 times, and they'll kick you out. That's all you had to do. And he was like, I gotta go home. I gotta go home to be with my grandpa. And it's like, so the drill sergeants called his family because they wanted to, you know, let him know. And I was like, your grandpa got off the phone and said, keep your ass here. He don't need you to hold no fucking door open for him. He's still capable and moving. He don't need your help. He's still breathing, has 2 arms and 2 legs. He can do it himself, he said. So we went through all the training, and this motherfucker had a misfire. He had a misfire. So it was a given he was going to get kicked out. And it was like, hey, and the drill sergeant was trying to help, and it was like, yo, so how it is, if you don't pass basic training, right? Say you get kicked out during basic. Most people think, oh, I'm going to get kicked out. They're going to send me home right away. Wrong. You're going to get kicked out, but the military want to make their money back from your ass now. Because now they've been investing in you. They gave you all these shots. They were paying you monthly. You know, they're putting money into you. Mind you, they're going to want that money back because you're breaking your contract. There's some problems going on there. But when you fail your tests and whatnot, you want to get kicked out the military, you're not going home right away. If you're still at basic training, you're going back into the in-processing center. Well, you may sit there for not 1, not 2, not 3, but anywhere from 4 to 6 months after you got released from military training. You may sit there for your exit out processing, where you're going to still be forced to wake up. They're still going to feed you. You're going to be forced to wake up, do beauty areas, common areas, clean it up. You're going to put you to fucking work, pretty much. And they're going to keep you there as long as they fucking want to keep you before they send you home. Because no one told you to quit. You chose to quit, which was like, damn. So they were like, yo, don't fail the PT test at basic, bro. Like, play it smart. Because if you don't get to graduate and you decide you want to quit during basic training, you have an additional like 6 months that you could potentially be staying at the, you know, the training grounds when home for your family. But let's say if you go to your first duty station and you fail your PT test 2 or 3 times, whatever the standard is right now, then they process you to go home. And from your first duty station, you just go home. After you get all your paperwork done, they process you whatnot to move you from the military. You just go home. That's it. Easy peasy. But if you quit in basic training, you are there. You are their property. You are their bitch. And it's like the same thing. Like if you're in the military, like most people don't realize this in the military. Like people think like military people, like, oh yeah, they got it easy. No, military people actually kind of rough. If you think about it, they can't get a sunburn. If they get a sunburn, they get rid of because you're damaging government property. Most people don't realize when you sign that military contract, you are no longer your own property. You are property of the government, which means if you get a sunburn on your skin, damaging your skin, you get in trouble for it. If someone was to fight you and hit you, don't worry. You better beat their ass. But if you don't, we got you covered because that person now just destroyed and harmed government property. So now they're facing federal charges for putting their hands on you. And it's always funny because they're like, yo, because it was like, yo, don't swing first, right? Don't be the first one to swing. But if they swing, you better fucking finish it. And they're like, wait, what? What if this motherfucker's a passive person? They don't want to fight. Well, you shouldn't have joined the infantry units. Like those units are tough. Now, infantry, rangers, special forces, army, marine, that shit's tough. You're not gonna record shit like that. Now, I kind of wish they did sometimes. I really wish they did because I think it would give some people an eye opener of like what really happens. Because what they see highlight clips. What you see on YouTube, they're like, oh, this is what you're gonna be doing. This is what training's gonna be like. They show them highlight clips. The shit that's exciting, like throwing a grenade. Like most people don't know when you go throw a grenade for the first time, an actual real grenade, you're shitting your fucking self. You're scared, you're nervous, you're panicking because what was it? You pull the pin, if I'm not, it was like anywhere from 5 to 15 seconds you had to get to toss that grenade before that bitch blows up. So you pull that pin, you toss it. When you're training for it, they have you throw like 3 dud grenades, right? And those dud grenades, there's still a pop. It's not a, you know, a loud one, but there's a pop. You know it. When it's time for you to actually throw your first real live grenade, bro, you are fucking shaking. I am not gonna fucking hold you. Like, most people are like, yo, it's not scary. No, when you're actually there with a real grenade in your hand, they're telling you to pull that pin. Now, mind you, they have barricades up that you duck under so you protect you from damage. But they tell you, like, the videos, how they tell you to do it. Like, you gotta put your arm back, like you do like a shot put kind of throw type of thing. It's really stupid how they make you do it. Because when you pull it, you're like, yo, I'm taking it and just toss that bitch. Why take the chance?
Like, yo, you gotta do the whole arm sling too, like the aim with
now, if you watch on YouTube, if you watch the videos on YouTube, you'll see they tell you to duck down. Now you'll see there's probably, I don't know if they're still up. They probably used to be. They were before, but there's videos where they have like the drill sergeant and someone will throw a grenade and they'll barely get over this wall, and the little trainee person that did it would be like, oh, let me look to see where the grenade went. Live grenade that just rolled over the wall. Like, you didn't toss it. It barely hit the wall and then stopped on the other side of the wall. And now you want to pick your head over that wall to look at the grenade that hasn't exploded yet, and you just threw it without the pin. And you had like 15 seconds before that bitch exploded, and you're trying to look at it. You see drill sergeants grab fucking soldiers and drop kick them into the fucking ground. Get the fuck down! But after you throw your first grenade, you're hyped, bro. Like, I remember we did our training. We were supposed to throw 1 or 2 grenades. Go through it twice. It was great. They had extra grenades, right? No one else wanted to throw it. After they got their second grenade, no one else. A lot of people didn't want to throw it. There was me and like a group of us we were pumped after the first one. Like, after we got our first actual real live grenade off, like pulled the pin, throw that bitch, and it exploded and everything went well. Confidence? What? Oh, that shit was fun.
Confidence. Yeah,
let me throw some more. At the end of that training session, I threw 8 grenades. Mind you, those are the only 8 grenades I've ever thrown in my life. Probably will be the only ones I will ever throw. But
I did it and it was fun. You motherfucker.
It was fun. It was definitely fun.
I dig it.
No, some of this stuff though, bro, like some of the shit you would see, like if they really let cameras go into a training thing, like 24/7, let people see the cameras and whatnot, or what happened, people would be like, what the fuck? Like we used to have a saying, like in our infantry unit, we were bad. Like a lot of infantry units now, or a lot of military people, when they go to their training, they have barracks. We didn't have barracks. We had mobile homes. And mind you, we're in Georgia, so you would think, oh, it's not bad. And no, it gets cold. And for some reason, that's winter that we did it. It was cold. I think it snowed a little bit, and we had to go camping outside in this bitch. So we were outside in sleeping bags with like negative below weather and bundled up by a fire barrel. And like those jokes where it's like, you know, green socks and everyone make fun of it. No, when you're in the military and you're like out in the cold and it's like -5 and it's like, yo, bunch up together. You like, no funny shit, it's not gay, but you find yourself in some weird positions with other men trying to fucking stay warm and be like, yo, don't make this shit weird. We're trying to fucking stay warm. It's like -5 out, and that bonfire that we have going ain't gonna heat us all up because you ain't got a tent. You literally have a sleeping bag on the ground. That's it. That's to keep you warm. And you have one of the winter sleeping bags. But when it's cold outside, it is cold outside. That bitch don't do shit for you. And when you have to wake up and play, not play, but wake up and pull fire guard, patrol, like you had like do like little drills. Imagine being woke up 2-3 o'clock in the morning. It's probably like -15 outside, and you're in your little sleeping bag all snuggled up where it's finally getting warm, and you're like woke up like, hey, you gotta go pull guard. Mind you, under your sleeping bag, you're probably down to like, you're probably most likely undressed from your military clothes because no one likes to sleep in their fucking military garments while they're sleeping in a sleeping bag. It's uncomfortable half the time. So you most likely downgrade a little bit because you're like, all right, I got a minute. And you find out you got to get out. You stick your head out. You're like, I got to do what? Yo, got pull guard from the sleeping bag. It is cold as fuck. No, you see some shit though. That you would see some shit that'd be like, yo, I don't know how this motherfucker did this. I lost in words. I have some fucking shit I can go on for days about some funny shit that I've seen while training.
I'll tell you one thing. If I would have went Marines, I would have prayed to be out there by Hollywood. Then if that's the case, because if I gotta do overnight and shit like that, I'd rather be a Hollywood nigga. Ain't no real. It's warm over there compared to on this side. It's warmer. All right, the motherfuckers is if you gotta do some outdoor drills. At least it's not gonna be too motherfucking cold, even in the wintertime.
Yeah, I want to say California and Fort Polk, if I'm not mistaken, are one of the two major places that most people go to ready up for deployment.
Yeah, that's what
the weather conditions.
I heard that the Marines they are considered Hollywood Marines because they are closer to Hollywood. Like they're in California, but they're close to Hollywood.
Yeah,
but not necessarily. But they would be considered more Hollywood Marine. I would not be mad to be considered a Hollywood Marine, motherfucker. I said that, tightening up my robe. Fuck you talking about? I would gladly be like, yeah, oh yeah, I came from over here. Fuck you. It was warm. I didn't have to worry about too much cold shit, even though I probably have to worry about that overseas. That would suck ass. Oh my god.
Hey, did y'all know? Weird random fact. That your brain hides your nose so you don't see it all the time. No, you probably just sat there and try to look down at your nose to see if you can see it real quick. But if you're like looking if you're looking just straight out, you don't really see your nose unless you try to actually focus on where your nose is to look. But if you're just looking straight ahead, you visually do not see your nose on a common. You have to actually focus and try to look at your nose in order to see your nose. If you're just looking like you're looking regularly, you don't see your nose. Your brain self-consciously hides your nose out your vision, so it's not in your way. It's a weird random fact, legit fact. I just looked it up not too long ago.
That's weird. That is definitely weird.
Yeah, your brain hides your nose from your consciousness awareness by ignoring it through the process called unconsciousness selective attention. Very interesting fact. When I read it, I sat there for like 2 minutes, like trying to see if I can see my nose just without. Like, no, I never really thought of that before. I don't see my nose unless I'm actually trying to focus and looking at my nose through one eye. Like, other than that, I don't see my nose unless I'm in a mirror. Like, you don't see your nose while you're just looking, which that's a cool thing. Another neat bit, which actually I'm gonna have to look this up because I want to see if it's the same. So. Also, hot water may freeze faster than cold water. It's the I don't know. I'm dyslexic, so I'm gonna butcher this. I'm gonna spell it MPEMBA effect. Additionally, the world's currency is 92% digital. And only humans blush.
I make my dog blush all the time.
I don't know this man, and I don't think he has a dog. So we're gonna call Cap.
Cooper be blushing. If Taj knows Cooper be blushing.
But
that's
here,
I think we're the only ones that can show forth expressions. But what about chimpanzees? I be seeing them make.
They don't blush. They don't blush. Yeah. Blush is the redness going to the cheeks. Other animals can't do that, or so they say, at least. But that interesting fact: 92% of the world's currency is digital. If that doesn't tell you that cryptocurrency is probably going to bump that bitch to 100% at some point in the future, I don't know what does. But 92% of the currency is digital. That might as well just be cryptocurrency then. But the cold water effect, the hot water freezing faster. I want to see if that the opposite is true with cold water boiling. Does cold water boil faster than hot water then as well?
Say that again? My bad. I just watched a woman punch a fucking mallet.
Cold water boil faster?
Cold water should boil to come to a boil faster. Because warm water freezes quicker.
Water freezes.
It should. It should.
It should.
It should. We're gonna have to test this one day.
For warm water to freeze, it
hot
would
water.
have to transition into cold water.
No, but the reason why it freezes faster, it's an effect. I'm gonna actually put it in Discord real quick. Hold on. As I know for a fact. Actually, I'm gonna do this.
I've learned about it in school a long time ago. I forgot.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to figure out how to say it real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me see.
I got it. I'll read it off. Back to that. Well, it says, Impemba effect. That's what you said.
Yeah. There we go. I'm definitely. Was the M and P silent? One of those letters are silent.
Pemba, it's either Pemba effect or Memba effect. I don't
the English language, bro, is probably like the most confusing language ever. It was like I was watching this video and it was like vineyard, and you're like, oh yeah, vineyard, VINE, yard, YARD, vineyard, right? So you put YARD out, someone said yard, and it was like, nah, it's called yard. And I was like, wait, what? It's like, how does the word change that drastically separately? Or what was it? Night and night. Like, why is a K silent? Like some of the stuff that I see, and maybe it's because I'm dyslexic and it doesn't make logically in my head, it does not make sense. But I can't say it's even logically in my head because I've heard other people from other countries who speak different languages who say the same thing. The English language, yes, it's the most common language that's spoken, but it's also the most confusing language half the time when it comes to how things are spelled and the way certain words mean, because it's not cut and dry like in other languages. Now, mind you, other languages have, a lot of different letters, than our alphabet, but it's the way we spell some of the words and how one word can mean 5 different things. Or you put a letter in a word and automatically it changes it completely, or 3 of the letters are fucking silent. When you look at the word, you're like, how would I pronounce it? How would I know this letter is silent? Because if you're doing what you're taught in school to sound out words, right? If you're sounding out a word that you just see for the first time, you would sound out that M, the P, the E, the M, the B, and the A, trying to say it. But that guaranteed that's not how you pronounce that fucking word. Half those fucking letters in that word is probably not even pronounced when you say the word. But
we are just a bit slow because we're not aware of what the fuck it means initially, but that's not.
Well, I mean, the English language adapted so many other language words.
That's true as well. But definitely gonna podcast. If you guys have not played Rematch, for me, I'm gonna say go ahead and play. But if you're going to play this game called Rematch, please learn how to play. If you're going to go into rank, because I play rank. I'm just gonna let you guys know this up front. I play ranked, and I'm a team player. Okay, me and Thad are team players in this game. We both play. And you know, for those who
Nigga,
do play
I'm
and listen
motherfucking
to,
Isagi out this bitch. All right, that's what it really boils down to, nigga. We out here making plays and scoring goals.
I am definitely the dime master. I will pass you a ball like nobody's business on that game.
No look guru over here on this side, baby. You send that shit to me, I'm sending it right back. Boop, without even looking. You pass? Boop, no look shots. Hold that.
But
fucking them up.
If you play this game and you call for a damn ball, you better fucking get that ball. Don't call for a ball and not follow through and not get that shit. Because that's just any sports or any type of thing you do, don't call for it. And someone goes to look your way and deliver, and then you don't follow through, or you bail out of after calling for it. You lose all faith in your team. Lane. That too. Stay in your lane.
Fucking lane. Stop bunching up. Stay on your side.
Stop ball chasing.
Yo, the ball chasing is insane because you are literally stealing it from your own teammate for you to initially get scored on. You can't dribble, but you see me. I crack 2 opponents, 1, 2, and I'm passing the ball. Now you feeling like, oh shit, now I think I'm Messi. I'm gonna no, you're not, motherfucker. You're not him. You're not that guy, Al. You're not that guy. Listen, you want to be a scorer? Let me set you up to score. I can do that, but you don't need to try to bring the ball from down by our goal all the way up when you got 2 to 3 other motherfuckers on you. You got 2 to 3 other teammates wide open. Why are you not passing the ball? No, I got it. No, I got it. I'm skilled. No, you're not. You're not him.
A lot of those people think they're really skilled in the game. They're really not. But if you guys want to see some skilled people play, I mean, me and Thad are playing on a regular basis and streaming it. We might not be high in rank, but that's just because we have shitty teammates that keep going on our team, and it's a 5-man team, and we can only do so much. But I digress. If you want to see us play rematch, please come check us out. You guys know where to find me. Zone Network at Twitch, or YouTube or Kick, or 1,000 other different platforms that I'm on stream at the same time, because that's who I am. And you can find Thad on at least Twitch at Eno Game.
Which is definitely Ego. Nah, I got it. Eno Ego. ENOEGO. Like one backwards. ENOEGO. Eno Ego.
Nah, you can definitely find him. You can definitely find him there.
We gonna catch these. We gonna get these W's. We gonna run it up. And we definitely can use some people who's actually down for the cause if y'all trying to run with it too.
We also have John. John, he doesn't play rematch too much, but when he does stream, I think you guys would probably like some of his streaming stuff too. He's John is a farmer when he streams. I think typically on some of his games that he plays, but he does deliver some good gaming content. So if you guys want to reach out to John on, I believe he streams on Twitch from time to time. John, what's your handle on Twitch, my kind sir?
It's Geo.
Geo. Don't ask me how to spell it because I'm dyslexic. So I want to say it starts with a J, not a G. No, you hear a G. That's another thing with English language that's fucked up. I know you hear it, but it's a J. It starts with
J-I-I-E-O.
And then we have Mr. Wilson.
Shit, did he disappear?
Hey, Mr. Wilson!
Oh, obviously he's not here. But if I'm not mistaken, he goes by Kyrie Gaming.
Yo, nah, that was the greatest fight. Holy hell.
Timing.
Hey, Mr. Wilson! Now do that shit one more time.
Hey, Mr. Wilson!
For those who are wondering, this is my sound bar. I created some stuff for my Discord. If you guys want to join my Discord, send me a message. Zone Media LLC on Discord. You can find me and request to join. And maybe me or Thad or Taj, Mr. Wilson, will approve it. Most likely, I probably be the one to approve it once I see it. But you guys can always join that. But you can find Mr. Wilson on Twitch. I think he's on Kick. I don't quite remember, but I also know he's on IG. Same thing with my boy Thad. He is on IG as well. I don't know if he changed his handle on there because I haven't checked.
I haven't changed it yet, but definitely.
So on IG it's still probably Slim Slim One Gaming.
On Slimmest One Gaming.
Yeah, on IG. Did we lose somebody?
Hey, can I add something?
This Tosh.
Tosh is here.
Oh, what? So
you just changed your name on here. That's why.
I've been getting really deep into Warframe. So I'm creating my own Warframe content. It starts on x.com. That's my main page. It's Tenno Geo. And I design and create my own versions of my own Warframe. And I'm trying to publish it as best as possible, get him a lot of comments. Let me know what you think about all the designs I make. And there's gonna be more sketches, more like vehicles, weapons, and status effects and abilities that I'm trying to publish into the game, because Warframe is a community build game. So all the Warframes, if you ever see in the game, majority of them are made by the community.
That is actually pretty dope.
I'm trying to put my own Warframe out there. So I gotta create a lot of my own original content that makes sense for the game.
Oh, well, you guys heard it. John is making content, and he's gonna give me that link so I can post it with this episode, so you guys can actually go check him out. In theory, so I hope you guys go check it out. Warframe is a great game as well. I have dabbled with it. I want to say Thad has dabbled with it, and I want to say Mr. Wilson has dabbled with it too, if I'm not mistaken.
He's definitely funny on it. He don't.
But he's played it at least once or twice.
Most likely, yeah.
But me, John, and Thad have played that game heavily at some point. John plays a lot more now than we do, obviously, as you can tell. But we all have our particular favorite picks to pick and play, and right now that's probably one of his. Nothing wrong with that. But like always, it has been real, it has been fun, it has been sweet, but never bitter. This your boy Zone signing out with company. And if you guys haven't already, you can always catch them on their handles, which I will be linking down below in this podcast episode. So you guys can click those links and keep up with them on their platforms as well, and tune in on the weekends for the podcast. We'll be here. Until next time, you guys have a great night, great day, or a great weekend. Later.